all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Alright, this is the book of the week. Alright, it's called the Little Book of Pandemics, 50 of the world's most virulent plagues and infectious diseases. Alright, and I want to bring this out because alright, that's one of the things that the men of the Lord, the prophets, talk about, as far as the destruction of a kingdom. Whenever a kingdom is destroyed, it goes through just different types of shit hitting the fan, like an economic collapse, riots, wars, race riots, all those things around are right around the corner, as far as America, Babylon the Great is concerned. Alright, and so this is this book it talks about the Ebola virus is mentioned in this book. Leprosy, influenza, swine flu. And that shows you just different types of it shows you different types, how much of what type of diseases can be used as biological warfare, even a lot of STDs are in this book, and they break it down there's community diseases, airborne diseases, STDs, food and waterborne, and animal-borne diseases. Like Zika and things like that. They don't mention that that disease in here, but they mention rabies, which was the theme in I Am Legend and all that. This, as far as the elites, is one of the things that they're planning. So it's all through the left hand, the left hand side of the Heavenly Father. Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So as far as only the elect are going to be are going to escape, that type of that type of judgment. That's one of the things as far as for certain tribulations that we're going to have to go through. Even more than now, once these huge, crucial judgments start coming to pass, Chip, race riots in World War III. There's also going to be certain parts of the country are gonna have pandemics. And a pandemic is something that's it's it infects a large area, that call the Black Plague and things like that, Ebola. So and with that Ebola virus, that almost became a pandemic in the United States. Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that main word I wanted to focus on is pestilence. It's entry Hebrews 16:98. And it says dabar. It says in the sense of destroying, a pestilence, murrain, pestilence, plague. And so it talks about plagues and all that. And as far as that's basically it. But plagues, that's one of the Alright, that's one of the like the final judgments. Right. Alright, Deuteronomy 28:58. If thou wilt not to observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, alright, the Lord thy power. Alright, of course that's talking about like Yahweh, right, reverencing right, the name and all that. Alright, not only keeping the law, but like I don't even have to say who this like applies to, but you know, like a lot of his followers are going to get destroyed. Alright, this is one of the judgments. Alright, for alright, the 2/3 are going to be like destroyed by like all these like curses that are in the 28th chapter of Deuteronomy. Alright, somehow, some way they're going to fall subject, alright, to like some form of destruction if it's not the missiles. Alright, one of those forms of destruction, alright, is like certain plagues and all that. Alright, verse 59. Then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sickness, and of long continuance. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also every sickness and every plague, which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee, until thou be destroyed. Alright, so plagues that aren't even, he said that he's going to bring plagues that aren't even mentioned like in the scriptures. Same things like hemorrhoids are in the scriptures. They're called like hemorrhoids, for one example. You know, the consumption, you know, certain STDs are mentioned and implied, like a man with like a running issue and things like that. Alright, but as far as like, so like what type would be like plagues written in like a book like this? Alright, but with that I want to say all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Alright, double honors to the apostles at GMS. Alright, and Shalom.